Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be teaching you what to build first whenever you start a new Manor Lord save. It's kind of like just a early build order if you don't know exactly what you're doing right away and you want to just try something safe. So let's do new game. You can choose whatever you'd like. Any of this is all pretty much the same in my opinion towards like what you should build. So let's begin. And I'm just going to explain why I build every single building that I build as we go along with it. Alrighty, so new message, we got it. Now what I like to do first is we could pause it real quick. I like to build all the wood gathering slash like everything, planks. You have obviously planting new trees. Build all of those right away, and check your area. So see what you really have. Like it's in terms of food, because food is important very early on, and so is firewood. Those are the two things that you need to get as fast as you can, even before actually you build houses. So as we can see, we got a rich deposit for wild animals. That's very good, and we also have a berry deposit, which everyone has. Alright, so let's go build everything that has to do with the our wood production. Just build it somewhere close to the woods that's close to your camp as well. Build all of them right here. I like to build them all next to each other so it's easy to remember where stuff is. If you put everything just in random locations, it's gonna make it so obviously your villagers have to travel like throughout like a lot of different areas, but also it makes it harder to spot where the building is later into the game when the town is huge. So I just like to like clump stuff up together that has to do with each other, if that kind of makes sense. Alright, let's put this right here. And make sure you connect it with roads, because that makes your villagers faster and they follow the roads, so it's just a win. And it's very easy to do. You just go down here. Oh, what's it called? No, down here. Roads, it's the first one. And you just connect these circles. It's pretty interactive. It's kind of like freehand, but not really. Like, you can always do like a straight line like this. But like once it gets close, it kind of locks in, if that kind of makes sense. As you can see, there's like circles that you can like press. I like it though. You don't think too much about it. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. But it does make your villagers faster. Alrighty, so we got 4 of those queued up. Let's get it going. We have 5 villagers that are currently unassigned. Unassigned means they're not assigned to a building yet, because obviously we haven't built any buildings, and they automatically build, and also they carry stuff with the ox. By the way, we're going to get another ox right now because we can't afford it. We have 50, it costs 20. So order another one, because the ox does a lot. He carries the timber, which is used to build pretty much every building. And also timber then gets converted into firewood and all the other stuff, and that needs to get carried by an ox. So order one as soon as possible. And once the wooden buildings are up, we're going to need to upgrade to a small stable, because obviously the stable space is not going to add up. Alright, see, not enough stable space. Let's wait for these to finish. New message. I want to talk to you. That's fine. Now, we could pause it again, and now let's build our food. So our food, I always suggest just using what's on your land first, and then start with the whole farming after, okay? So, obviously, we have our natural deposits. We have the wild animals, and we have the berry deposits. I like to just obviously go over here. You don't want to make it in this red area. Make it right next to it. Boom, that's where we're making our hunting camp, and then our berry deposit right next to the berries. Simple as that. We're gonna put our roads again, connect them. It makes your villagers faster, they follow it. It's very simple, just like that. And now along this road, we're going to also let's put our logistics up. This is where we carry our supplies to our storehouse for our general supplies, like our lumber, hides, all that stuff. and then our, what's it called, granary for our food, which is our berry deposit currently and our wild animals. But we're out of timber, so we're gonna wait. And now we're gonna assign our first family to the logging camp. This is gonna make us timber right over here on top. You can see construction. By the way, I always like to flip this to the bottom position because then it shows your total goods, not your surplus, because surplus gets kind of confusing sometimes. So I like to flip this to total goods stored. Now you see there's a lot of negatives. People are homeless. Don't worry about it just yet. We need to start assigning people to the woodcutter's lodge as well. That's firewood if I'm not mistaken about it. And yes, in the saw pits right here, we're going to assign another family, and that's going to make us planks, which is going to increase, which is going to give us planks to increase this into a small stable, which we need so our oxes are happy. Look at them. They're working hard. Alright. Our hunting camp is up. How much food do we have? We still have 3 months of, what's it called, food. So we're not too worried about it just yet.
Summer's coming soon.
Alrighty. Now we can start thinking about houses. But before we do, let's finish the, what's it called, logistics. We're still missing, we need more timber. I'm going to put another family right now for the logging camp to make us a bunch of, what's it called, timber very quickly. And they're requesting a marketplace. You could always put down a marketplace. It's always free. It needs to be pretty much close to where you're going to build your houses, because the market brings stuff to houses. So, and it doesn't have to be that big. So just, I like to put it like right over here. As you can see. I don't know why it's not letting me like that. There we go. Alright, now that we have that, what's it called? We're gonna go and build our logistics, please! Oh my goodness. They're slacking off. But we're still going good. We have food and, what's it called? We're about to have a lot of firewood, which is our fuel. But we don't even need it yet, but we're gonna need it as soon as it hits winter time. Now we can turn off the saw pit because he's making way too many planks. And we can also upgrade our hitching post to a small stable, which makes our oxes a little bit more happy. Look at them. Wow. Alright, now we have the timber, or make the granary close to the berry deposit and the hunting lodge. And then we're also going to make our storehouse close to where all the wood and other stuff is, right there. Alright. Now we're going to put a family on the berries first, because the berries, they are seasonal, while the wild animals will stay throughout the year. So you want to get the berries first because they go, they deplete on their by themselves, if I'm not mistaken, even if you don't actually farm them during the winter time. Alright, now we're just going to check what we have. We have a lot of planks. We have plenty of timber. Check our supply. Food is good. Fuel, no consumption. And now we have to tackle the housing problems. Alright, so we're going to go to residential, barrage plot. We're going to go close to the market. Market's right here. This should be fine. We're going to stretch it against the road first. Then we're going to put it back a little bit, like, don't make it too, how can I explain it? You'll get the sense of how much you need to place it, and you could obviously always go back, but you want it to kind of look like this. Obviously I need more timber, but you want it to have a secondary area. As you can see, there's a main area, there's a secondary area. It doesn't look just like this, where it's just one area. I don't know how to explain it, but you see two icons instead of one, if that kind of makes sense. That's what you're kind of aiming for. But we're going to wait because we still need a little bit more timber. Get to it, boys. Come on. Quit slacking off. There it is. Now we got a little bit more timber. We're gonna go to barrage plot. Go the same way as we did before. I want 5. You make it a little bit bigger. Still won't let me. Blasphemy. Alright. Let's get to it. Now that we have it, here we go. There it is. 5 houses for our 5 families. Build it, and obviously why we're building it with the 2, with pretty much the extendo. That is because they can later become artisans. Artisans produce a lot of different things from, you know, clothes, shoes, you got weapons, food, materials, tools, and all of that in between. So pretty important later on. There it is, and let's build that. And now we could take some guys off, for example, from the woodcutters. We got enough right there. Let them build the houses. We need more people building the houses. And keep checking what you have. As you can see, I have 6 months of food still. Pretty good. The bear deposit is still going good. If yours is already depleted, I would switch this guy out for the hunting lodge. But soon we're going to actually, what's called, put a guy on the hunting lodge as well. But we want to build these houses as soon as possible so your approval rate goes up. And there it is. It's still doing good. And to be honest with you, you can order even another ox, but then you have to build another hitching post, which we could do. But first, let's build some protection real quick, which is the well. So the well is like, just in case there's like a fire. And obviously you have to build it over like a water well. And as soon as you start building the well, as you can see, it pops up on your map. And you want to just place it next to the road, just like that. Pretty easy. Now, new message. Woohoo, let's form a militia. So depending on what mode you chose, you're going to get messages like that. They're kind of like mini, like, you know, oh, you made it this far, here's your next challenge. But now, after you've done that with the houses, you built 5 houses, you have a small village, and now you get to choose your first development point. What do you want to do? Now, depending on where you want to go, it's really up to you, right? So you can go first into securing, let's say, your food production. These are pretty much all in that category, right over here. And I always say, depending on what you have a rich deposit in, like for example, we have a rich deposit in what's it called, wild animals. So I'm really going to take this one right here, trapping. Enables hunters to skillfully lay traps in the forest, which gives a passive income of meat. So pretty much food will be, you know, I don't know how much more, but it'll be a lot more food in your what's called village, which is good because as the population grows, you need a ton of food. Now, on the second time that this pops up, what's it called, when we build a bigger village in the future, I always get the trade logistics because it really helps with getting a lot more gold, or gold, whatever currency this is, what's it called, to your village, and then obviously you can use it to pretty much buy and sell whatever you like. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how you need to start. And now, as you can see, I'm gonna switch over right over here to the hunting lodge, and now we have one more family. They're still building, and now I just want to check, do we have enough of everything? We have 9 months of food and we have 7 months of fuel. So now it's time for you to experiment. You want to pretty much see, like, oh, there's not a lot of trees here. Let me put someone in the forester's hut real quick. Do we have enough timber? We don't have enough, but maybe we don't need 2 families. Let me take one off so they can continue building. And now you can start thinking of which way do you want to move forward. Do you want to move forward in the way of like building a church, which is something you do need to improve, what's it called, your ratings over here? Do you want to go in the form of building more farming? Do you want to go, you know, build a field? And once you start building fields, you have to see like what's in the green in your area. Or do you want to go in the way of industry, where you go, you build mines, and then you build, what's it called? Different buildings that turn stuff that you mine into goods. Which way do you want to go? That is up to you. I am going to make videos on each single one of these categories, but this is pretty much a start to what you need in your village. Obviously, if you want to, what's it called? Get more families to join you, you need to build first more houses. Once you build more houses, you need to get your approval rating up. How do you get your approval rating up? You build nice things. For example, if you build a church, they will approve of it, as you can see right over here. If they have enough fuel, which, you know, if it shows it's not having enough fuel, you want to, what's it called? Go to your storehouse and also go to your granary. This is actually very important. If you have an extra family member, you want to first upgrade your storehouse, and then you want to get somebody into your storehouse, because the storehouse is a very important job to have for a villager, because what's it called? They carry out all of the stuff that's in these what's it called? Different buildings, right? Different production buildings. And whenever these buildings get full, the workers stop working. But if you have somebody working in the storehouse, they can consistently take all the goods out of these buildings into the storehouse, therefore making it so the workers don't really stop working, which, you know, sucks for them, but is great for you. It is what it is. But yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. That is what you need to build first in Manor Lords. And yeah, that will do it for me.